May the 21st, 1994, a day to remember for Dundee United Football Club. Players, officials and supporters celebrated their first ever Scottish Cup win. After 6 losing finals, the moment was one to savour, not least for the longest serving players in the squad. It was a day when the younger players underlined their huge potential, and for Ivan Golac, a trophy in his first season at Tannadice.
The best present probably our supporters ever had. It happened actually on the 21st of May. I knew something nice was going to happen, for everybody, concerned and close to Dundee United, because the boys were very determined, and our cup campaign was absolutely terrific. Everything goes back with the game against Arbroath, and then I could see something which was very special. That was our support. We had over 5,500 absolutely terrific supporters there, and all the way through the competition, it was something very, very special in the air, and I knew we're going to get there.
Those supporters turned up in big numbers at Gayfield for the third round match against Arbroath, despite freezing weather and gales. A tense Tayside derby was eventually settled by goals from Scott Crabb, Craig Brewster and Billy McKinlay.
At Arbroath, the kick-off was delayed, and I think we had something like 4,000 travelling supporters. And then we went to the replay at Motherwell, the kick-off was delayed again, and we had something like 6,000 supporters. And again at Airdrie it was delayed. So the travelling support, right from the word go to all the cup ties, had a feeling, that the cup was a possibility to start with. And then I think a lot of them began to realise it was probably a reality. And throughout the whole campaign, the travelling support were magnificent, from the Arbroath game all the way on, and that's the thing that sticks in my mind.
The start of the season had heralded a new era for United, a special style of management from Ivan Golac, and Jim McLean out of the dressing room into the boardroom.
I think that, like too many people in the past, we've tried to do, when you try to do too much, you finish up not doing, for instance in my case, 2 jobs I was trying to do. You finish up not doing either well enough, and there's no doubt that from a personal point of view it's been far better for me having less pressure and less to do, but there's still enough to do to keep me busy.
Without Jim McLean, this club wouldn't be where they were to start with. He moulded it into shape, and then you had a change. He decided that he wanted to go in a different way, and Ivan took over. And obviously, there was never going to be another Jim McLean, let's be honest. You've got to go in another direction, and probably they took 2 opposites because they're so different personality-wise. And it's worked in the right direction, Ivan's laid-back approach and confidence is obviously rubbed off on everybody connected with the club.
My job is to look after the players and produce results, and I had a lot of chats with him and talks and asking about decent players, so and so, because everything was very new for me.
Despite his lack of knowledge on the Scottish scene, he did some good business to strengthen the squad.
My job as a manager is to make the right moves and bring the right players, and it's always a big gamble.
Gordan Petric was no gamble, a club record £600,000 for a player he'd worked with in the former Yugoslavia.
But I knew Gordon when I was at Partizan Belgrade. Actually, I brought him to Partizan Belgrade when he was a very young boy, 17 and a half, and I knew exactly what he's capable of.
Signing Craig Brewster from Raith Rovers raised some eyebrows, but he was to be one of the revelations of the season. And from Trinidad came Jaron Nixon to complete a hat-trick of value-for-money acquisitions.
Ivan Petric, when he came, added a stability to the back that would probably been lacking because David Neary hadn't played. He'd got to the end of his career, hadn't played as many games as he used to play, and that was maybe lacking. So he's came in and gave us that. Jaron and Craig Brewster, the 2 strikers, particularly Craig Brewster, well, this year has been magnificent for him because I think he scored 20 goals in something like 37 games. So these 2 in particular have had a big bearing on what's happened.
Craig Brewster showed exactly what he was capable of when United faced championship contenders and 91 cup winners Motherwell in the 4th round at Tannadice.
There's Brewster, he's very quick indeed. McKinnon came to meet him. There's McKinley. Chances on this time, it's cleared off the line by Shannon. And McKinley miscued the cross back into the goal, but Motherwell was certainly in difficulty there. Perhaps Shannon saved the day, and it's Motherwell now in the counter-attack. Martin sending it long, and Petric judged the flight well. It's Lambert. Here's Shannon. And now Martin. O'Donnell calling for the ball in the penalty box. Challenging Van de Kamp. There's Steve Kirk. Still in the chance. And Motherwell take the lead. 31 minutes of the first half gone. But it's first blood to Steve Kirk. Malpas back to Van der Horn. Headed away by Lambert, charging down the shot from McInally. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Welsh to McInally, that's great play by McInally. And Brewster's there, it's a brilliant goal for United. Superbly worked equaliser by United. Brewster with a finish, with the creative work initially, was outstanding by Jim McInally. It's a great ball into the near post area. Brewster ahead of the defenders. Left backs are helpless. And this really is a magnificent goal for United. Coins pass looking for Kirk. Retrieved here by Malpas for United. Challenged by Krivokapic. Brewster's pass is a good one. Connolly's in the clear. Playing it early, looking at Brewster again. That's fine play by Brewster. It's a wonderful goal by Craig Brewster. He's been the outstanding attacker on the field all afternoon. And that was a moment of magic. Well, he created it himself with the opening pass to Paddy Connolly. Then took this brilliantly in his chest. Look at that, away from Chris McCart. Steadied himself as Dykstra advanced and rifled it home with the right foot. He knew exactly what he was about there, making space for himself with that chest control and the right foot shot, putting United in front. This is Krivokapic. A coin. Kirk. McGrillen's onside, a chance for Motherwell. Great play by McGrillen if he can turn it now. And he's brought down by Van der Horn. It's a penalty kick to Motherwell. Brilliantly saved by Van de Kamp. An outstanding save from the Dutch goalkeeper. This was well taken by Coyne. The keeper guessed right, threw himself to the right. Oh, what a dramatic end of the match this is, and Motherwell pile everyone forward here. Van de Kamp comes for that, he's taken out of the play, still bouncing around the area, there's Philipin! It's the equaliser for Motherwell, right at the death!
Brewster's goals were the highlight, but they still weren't enough to take United through at the first attempt. A replay, one of several for United in the cup run, but Craig happy to be hitting top form.
The 2 goals here against Motherwell were just superb, and I think that's what put myself in the spotlight a bit. Everybody talked about the 2 goals, they were in the best 6 for the Scottish Cup. Love scoring goals. Luckily enough I've maybe had the breaks, but you still got to be there to get them.
It was all in sharp contrast to the way his season had begun.
I played first game of the season midfield, which a role I hadn't played for about 2 years, and the game sort of bypassed me, and suddenly then everybody judges you on your first game.
A lot of people thought Craig was an odd buy at the start of the season. He's done well in front of goals for us, and if you take his goals away, he'd really have struggled this season. So he's been a great buy.
There's Welsh's free kick, headed away by Martin. Arnott goes to collect, this is Tommy Coyne. Phil O'Donnell breaking, he's very quick in this position. That's a brilliant tackle by Neary. Outstanding play by the veteran defender. Neary again. It's Petric. Now it's with Brian Welsh. Play long there by McInally. He's operating wide in the left side of midfield. The advanced left back position. That's Nixon. Well tackled by Martin. Here's Scott Crabbe. That's a fine effort. And very well taken by Dijkstra. Chris McCart coming from the near post here. Target is Kirk. And an excellent save by Van de Kamp. Here's Crabbe. Oh, lovely control from McKinley. Trying to get away from O'Donnell. Excellent play from United. That was Petric supporting from midfield. A very enthusiastic response from the supporters from both sides. Start of this second half. The two very evenly matched sides now having to face a downfall of rain. There's an early chance in the second half and a brilliant save by Dijkstra from Crabbe. Well, it makes it look easy frequently, the goalkeeper. This was turned and swept in brilliantly there by Crabbe. What a good save. There's Petric. He's upset the Motherwell supporters somewhat in the match. Enough to get that kind of verbal jeering. Clearance there by Martin. Lambert nodding that wide there. Here's Petric. Strength, control, pace, passing ability. He's got the lot, Petric. That's a great ball for a chance for United now. Superbly finished. Brian Welsh for United. 21 minutes of the second half gone. After some delightful play by United on the left, inspired initially by Gordon Petric, but the finish was magnificent. There was Petric, and look at the quality of the pass here. That was Scott Crabbe. This opened up Motherwell to Nixon. Now Motherwell in trouble. The ball half cleared there, straight to Brian Welsh on his weaker foot, the right, and he drills it home. There's Jeran Nixon. Great ball into the area. Scrambled away there by McKinnon, but just look at that, steered in expertly by Welsh. God helps it on, that's a great save by Van de Kamp from McKinnon. Heroics from the keeper. Oh, look at Rob McKinnon here as the ball is headed on by McCart, the outside of the left boot. It's a great save by Van de Kamp. Here's Craig Brewster. Allen comes short. There's Brewster again. What a great save from Dijkstra. Brewster's shooting power really is incredible. The referee checks his watch carefully. It looks to be all over. Careful look at the watch again from the referee, and the final whistle goes. Dundee United go through to the quarterfinals thanks to Brian Welsh's outstanding goal. 21 minutes into the second half, Ivan Golac applauds. It's been an outstanding Dundee United performance. It's been a cup tie over the piece, which has shown all that's good in Scottish football. Not one yellow card in a match played with complete commitment at a tremendous pace. And these travelling United supporters have earned the reward. Brian Welsh is the hero, scoring only his second goal of the season to win the tie for United, who go through to face Airdrie at Broomfield in the quarterfinals. A truly magnificent Tennents Scottish Cup tie, won in the end by Dundee United.
For the fans, some revenge for the cup final defeat at the hands of Motherwell 3 seasons before, and coming next, a potentially difficult visit to Broomfield to face Airdrie.
I knew it's going to be a very tough game because if you do pick up any team which you wouldn't like to meet from first division, definitely going to be Airdrie. But the boys done so well. They played all games until the semi-final really, and exceptionally well.
Again, United played with a big travelling support behind them. In the first half there were some nervy moments as Airdrie piled on the pressure. A second half free kick gave Jim McInally a striking opportunity. John Martin did well to save and did so again from Brian Welsh. United's task wasn't made any easier when Craig Brewster was sent off 10 minutes into the second half. Having been booked already, Andrew Waddle decided he had to go. The team down to 10 men, but United continued to press forward. John Martin again stood in their way. First a save from this Petric header. Gordon couldn't believe it. And then Martin stopped a looping effort from Alec Cleland. All the United pressure failed to produce a goal. It finished 0-0, a replay to come at Tannadice, and Ivan Golac's not unhappy to get a second chance.
Well, yeah, first half was a bit nervous, and second half we did put our acts together, play some good football, created a few chances. And if I knew we were going to be playing, better with 10 men, I would do something before the game.
The replay took place on the following Tuesday night. Gerard Nixon might not fancy Scotland's winter weather too much, hence the gloves, but he proved too hot to handle here for the Airdrie defenders. After his lead-up work, Alec Cleland found some room and his shot was deflected past. Cleland was finding his way into good attacking positions. Welsh's head flick from McInally's free kick presented him with another chance. Then the goal that made United breathe a little easier. Gordon Petric having a go from long range, the Airdrie defence in disarray, and Andy McLaren cashing in with United's opening goal. McLaren had come on as a substitute for Nixon and he made a clinical job of beating Martin. He was involved too in the second goal, which stemmed from Van de Kamp's kick-out. Again, Airdrie all at sea as McLaren set up Billy McKinlay to make the tie safe. Scotland midfielder McKinley's goals have been a feature of United's season. Again, in this instance, he showed how cool he is in front of goal when he's presented with a scoring chance. Airdrie mounted a fight back. Ian Ferguson supplied Andy Smith with a chance in front of goal. Guido van de Kamp quickly off his line. A brave bit of goalkeeping as Airdrie tried to drag themselves back into the game. But United had other opportunities as well. McKinlay could have added to his tally as he strode through the First Division side's defence, only to see his shot stopped by that man Martin. Airdrie can console themselves with the fact that better defences than theirs have been troubled by McKinlay. And John Martin foiled Andy McLaren as well when he raced through the middle. The Airdrie keeper racing out of his box to make sure United didn't make the winning margin even more convincing. A 2-0 replay win against Airdrie took them through to a semi-final meeting with Aberdeen at Hampden on the 9th of April. The winners would play Kilmarnock or Rangers in the final. Despite their cup run, which had taken them to the brink of the final, United were still sitting just above the relegation zone of the Premier Division. In contrast, Aberdeen still felt they'd an outside chance of winning the league title. United hadn't won a match at the National Stadium for 13 years. It was to be a highly competitive match with a dramatic ending.
The battle for a place in the final, the Tennents Scottish Cup, begins with Dundee United kicking off, playing in their normal tangerine strips. Aberdeen have had to change to avoid the colour clash. There's Maurice Malpas playing wide on the left side of midfield. Takes the pass back from McKinlay. There's McLaren with a header. That's a brilliant save by Burridge. Almost the perfect start for Dundee United. And this was outstanding goalkeeping. McLaren finding space inside the area as this ball comes across. He makes a very good run in behind the defence for that glancing header. What a save from Burridge. Good running there by McKimmie. This is Shearer on the turn. 1-0 to Aberdeen. Duncan Shearer does it again with his 25th of the season. Garver and Smith both having headers there defensively, and there's a chance again. It's off the post. And once again, Andy McLaren denied with a header. There's Richardson. That's deflection, and very well taken by Van de Kamp. Wasn't headed away firmly by Welsh. Returned by Richardson and deflected there right to the goalkeeper. A chance here from the set piece for United. There's Petric. Not a bad effort there by Petric. All the way through there to Malpas. Brewster. Bowman well forward this time. This is McKinley. Petric reacting quickly as Shearer closed him down. This is Welsh. He's earned the throw. Malpas across there to Dave Bowman. A shooting chance perhaps. Had to be watched carefully by Burridge. So time running out in the first half for United. Well, if anything, it's getting tougher out there. McLaren making a good run off Robertson here. Looking for the cross again. Here's Dave Bowman. The covering player with Brian Grant for Aberdeen. A timely intervention by Grant. Malpas sending the ball in. Good play again from McKinley. Nixon. Chance here for the equaliser. Still Nixon. And a great block there by Gary Smith to deny Nixon in good position. Malpas drives it past. But Jaron Nixon almost making a name for himself there inside the area. There's Malpas. Almost an own goal, a driven pass there by McKinnon. The referee said that was a deliberate pass back, and he's given it a direct free kick. Everyone back in the goal line for Aberdeen, and Burridge made a great save there at the feet of Brewster. Corner taken by McLaren, headed away well by Grant, return there by McKinley. Well, the pressure being applied by United, but they still can't find a way through here. Joe Miller using Richardson, supporting from midfield. Garland's acrobatic clearance. McKimmie linking with Richardson, closed down by McKinley. McKinley again, he has Daly on the left. Trying to stay onside, still McKinley, going all the way himself. Just at the point when he required all his composure, it deserted him. Welsh's header. Shot from Brewster. Came off his own teammate, Andy McLaren. It's a goal kick. Header on by McInally. And that's McLaren for McInally. A chance on here coming from the right. There's Daly. Well, you can see he was trying there to steer the ball on the volley beyond John Burridge. Irvin got a touch to that. Here's Bowman. Back into the danger area it goes. There's Brewster. There's fully 12 yards out there as he tried to trouble John Burridge. 4 minutes left. Free kick taken by McKinley. Burridge punching to safety. Very effectively indeed. Here's Dave Bowman. Burridge again under pressure and taken out of the play, I think, by Daly. Well, the referee's given a goal kick, I think. 2 minutes remaining as Cleland plays the ball into the danger area again. Irvine wins it. Here's McKinley. Back with Malpas. Pressure all the time now from United. Here's Dave Bowman, lofting it in high. The challenge is made by Welsh! It's the equaliser! United have saved the tie in the dying seconds, and John Burridge is beaten at last. Guido van de Kamp, the most relieved man on the pitch, I suspect, after his error gave Aberdeen the lead. The ball flighted in here by Dave Bowman. Now look at this aggressive jump by Brian Welsh, the downward header, and Burridge couldn't keep it out.
Brian Welsh, the goal-scoring hero again. He scored the fourth round winner against Motherwell, and now he'd come up trumps with the late semi-final equaliser, which meant both sets of fans would have to head south again. United felt Welsh's goal gave them a psychological edge.
I think when we scored in the last minute against Aberdeen to get a draw in the first game, I think a few of us thought, this has got to be our year, because normally we lose goals at that stage of a game. This year we scored at that stage, and it seemed to make the second game a lot easier. We never feel under any pressure at all in the second game, and we played really well again.
And now Brian Grant. McKimmie coming in the outside. Boland comes across to face him. Good angle ball, and Welsh did well there. Shearer was coming in behind him. Brian Welsh at full stretch for a very important clearing header. Here's Jess. Dangerous ball. Much more like the Ian Jess we've come to know. Free kick in for Irvine, he got up well to that. Welsh was uncertain just for a second, wondering if Van de Kamp was coming. Brewster. Two players on the ground though. Game them is held up. The referee allows attention for the treatment for both players here. That's Dave Bowman's forehead. Dreadful gash. He's obviously going to require some treatment, I think, off the field. Robertson hurrying there and finding Brian Grant. Here's McKimmie. Loves to come forward like this. The gap is opened up. Beautifully timed tackle. Goran Petric. McKinnon. McKimmie. And a fine effort there by Shearer. Saved by Van de Kamp. He's so deadly inside the area, Duncan Shearer. There appeared to be very little danger here when this ball was fired across the face of the penalty box. Shearer got there, that was going towards the corner, till the save by Van de Kamp. And then a powerful header by Irvine, cleared off the line by Craig Brewster. The closest yet to a goal from Aberdeen. McKinnon to Kane, Richardson to McKinnon. Good possession play. No penetration yet, but certainly confidence oozing through the Aberdeen ranks. Here's Duncan Shearer. Splendid effort, brilliantly saved. Guido van de Kamp launching himself at that, but Duncan Shearer showing his merits again with this turn away from Brian Welsh. That's a very good effort. McLaren battling well for United. Survived very well indeed too. That's in behind Smith. Here's Brewster. A chance on here, Davy Bowman. Now McInally. United take the lead. Jim McInally mobbed by his teammates. His first goal of the season, but it could take United to the final. It's a real bit of skill by Craig Brewster, because he picked up the ball, looked up, saw his players advancing to the back post. There's Jim McInally, almost goes past the ball. Well, tremendous credit there due to men like Davy Bowman and Jim McInally, now past their 30th birthdays, but right in the heart of the action there with that chance evolved. A deflection there and a fine save by Van de Kamp. Came off Joe Miller from McKimmy's shot. Headed away there by Smith, is picked up by Bowman. On the far side is Malpas, appears to be tireless tonight. Here's Nixon. Daly made the near post cross. So Aberdeen come forward again. Brian Irvin playing in centre forward in the closing stages. That's Booth. Got the break of the ball there. Good dummy by Irvin. Intelligent play by the big centre half. Here's Daly. Trying to go himself. He's very quick indeed. This could settle it. Still Daly. And Nixon was waiting right in front of goal for the pass. Dundee United in the final. Ivan Golac celebrates on the track below us.
Golac had promised success in his first season. Now he was just one game away from being as good as his word. Jim McInally's first goal of the season couldn't have been more important. The next day Rangers won a replay against Kilmarnock and United knew who they'd be facing in the final.
As soon as I heard that I was obviously watching on TV that we were going to play Rangers, I knew there was only one winner. That was us. The reason is very simple. We played Rangers 4 times in the league, so the boys done so well. And I had a feeling that Rangers doesn't fancy to play us. Well, or if you want, they would rather prefer to play anybody apart from Dundee United, because the boys were just, well, as we proved, when we beat them, 3-0 back in December, which was the heaviest defeat they had for 5.5 years on Ibrox.
But this one would be played at Hampden, where United's cup final hopes had been dashed 6 times.
When people say those hoodoos, and we spoke about hoodoos, and in the dressing room you joke about the hoodoo thing. It was all made up, but it was a great story for the press. I mean, they've had, I don't know, that's 7 or 10. They've had 7 years of writing about the hoodoo, and none of us believed that. And Jimmy Mack, he went in the paper and he had a gypsy outfit on and everything. So maybe he did take the curse off.
Bowman, McInally and Malpas had all played in United's last cup final appearance when Motherwell won 4-3. Maxwell's extra time save from Malpas meant they were losers again.
I don't think any player believed in hoodoos when there was only 3 years I'd played before. So if there was any hoodoo, it was probably just in us 3. But we never really thought that was why we didn't win in the previous cup finals.
There was some bad luck though for United. Billy McKinley's suspension ruled him out of the big match.
Losing Billy McKinley was, before it was a big blow to everybody at the club, but the young boys came in and they did exceptionally well, they really did.
The United fans headed for the new look Hampden in big numbers.
The team's expected now at any second. Here they come, led by their respective managers and by the match officials. Well, a buzz of excitement spreading right around the stadium. The waiting is over and the match is about to begin, with Dundee United kicking off. Referee Douglas Hope blows his whistle and the 1994 Tennents Scottish Cup final is underway. Well, looking instantly to see the formations, Maurice Malpas has moved right to the shoulders of Ali McCoist, with Brian Welsh on Mark Hateley. This is Brian Welsh, who really has matured immensely this season. Awkward one, and Gary Stevens did well getting to that. There was some uncertainty between Stevens and McPherson. Well, a bit more noise coming from the United supporters. I think they have every reason to be encouraged by the approach adopted by their team. Ivan Golac promised a fresh, confident, aggressive approach, and that's just what we've seen so far in the early stages from United. David Robertson's throw, the target is Hateley. McCoist was there with Malpas. The corner kick's been given. So Gordon Jury taking them in both flanks. McPherson attacking this. It's off the line. Blocked on the line by McInally. United were exposed there as McPherson got the better of Christian Daly. But on the break, Alec Clann going through the middle. A chance here for United. He's brought down to the back. Referee waves play on as Maxwell falls on the ball. And referee Douglas Hope has his work cut out here to calm the players down. But it was a golden opportunity for Cleland and a very loud appeal for a penalty kick as he was in the act of shooting. The throw finds Daly. Nimble footwork from the big striker. And a good cross in. There's Brewster. And Goff was with him. Brewster getting to his feet. That's Petric. Advantage will apply there. It would have been a foul, I think, on Bowman. There's no offside here. Flat back four is beaten here as Daly plays the ball in. That's great handling by Maxwell. Well, he took a knock there, but it was terrific play on the flank again from Dundee United. But a reminder also, Billy, to Rangers about the dangers of the flat back four and the offside trap. Damage here inflicted in both Ali Maxwell and Gary Stevens, who came hurtling in there. Ian Ferguson dropped back to right back. Here he is in trouble against McLaren. McLaren's early cross, and a brilliant effort from Daly. Once again, the pace and the adventure of Dundee United, so effective. The unlucky Gary Stevens hurtling off. Walter Smith reorganising the Rangers lineup. Here's Goff with time. Former Dundee United player, of course, that's why he gets such treatment from the United supporters. Now Bowman. McInally breaking on the right. How he relishes those occasions with so much at stake. Brewster. Breaks back for Hannah. Calm and assured in midfield. Remarkable for one so young. This is Christian Daly. Played in early, looking for Brewster. It's good marking by Goff. Didn't allow Brewster to go across his bows. Now a chance for McCall to come charging forward. Superb play by Petric. Makes it all look so easy. That's one for McLaren to chase. Murray beats him to it. Petric, essence of coolness in the heart of that United defence. McCoist losing out there to Hannah. Now McLaren. Fine running by McLaren. That's a great cross in, too close to Maxwell. Unless there had been a near post runner for United. Very two-footed, very quick and very skillful, Andy McLaren. Ryan Welsh is clearing header. Collected by McCall. Galichenko's return pass. McCall becoming more influential now. Here's Petric. Always appears to be strolling, but that's a bit casual appearance. Galichenko. That's very well read again by Malpas. Outstanding defending by Maurice Malpas once again. So in midfield, David Hannah plays it back to Malpas. He's under pressure there from McCoist. Goff and Daly then clash. The pace in the match so far has been unrelenting. And indeed, with the prospects, if required, of extra time, stamina could be a big factor. Malpas back to McLaren. Hannah with Malpas. Good play by Bowman up front, finding a gap. Receiving the pass. Has Cleland available. An easy one for McPherson to clear. In comes Malpas again, having an outstanding match for Dundee United. Looking for the return from Brewster. Overhit. Well, that's an indication of the total football being played by Dundee United. Maurice Malpas, McCoy smarter, becoming involved in the build-up whenever he can. And he immediately has been replaced by Dave Bowman in the marking role on McCoy. So that's excellent play by United. And by Dave Bowman, showing maturity and experience there. He knew that Malpas couldn't get back. Looking for Haitley. Put his head to that. McPherson attacks the ball. Still McPherson. And it was turned over there by Jim McInally. But McPherson coming close again. Chance on here for Brewster. He'll be very disappointed indeed about that, because when Goff headed that softly into his path, he had a chance for a dipping volley with Maxwell off his line. He's won it again. Out there to Ferguson. There's Mikhailchenko breaking wide and clear in the end, with the linesman's flag staying down to the annoyance of the United players. All square, but Brewster trying to change that, coming forward, taking on McPherson, and a brilliant save from Maxwell. Well, that's the kind of form that Craig Brewster's been showing all season. And Rangers get it away, and it will be fascinating to see what kind of alterations may have been made tactically by either side. The managers, Walter Smith and Ivan Golac, would have had a lot of work to do at half-time. From the Dundee United point of view, though, I suspect it would have been a question of looking for more of the same. There goes Daly, and Maxwell coming to the edge of the area. Daly's pace is undoubtedly a major threat. He's back on the right, where he started the match, playing against David Robertson. It's back now with Jim McInally, who's continuing at right back. Long range effort there by David Hanna. Plenty of pace in the header. Young player signed from Hamilton Thistle, the nursery, which also provided Billy McKinlay. Haitley's layoff. Here goes McCoy. Cut off swiftly by Bowman. I need a chance for Christian Daly. Has he scored? Brewster has! United are ahead! A disaster for Ali Maxwell! 2 minutes into the second half, Craig Brewster gets his 20th goal of the season. Ivan Golac celebrates, and Rangers wonder how it happened. It was amazing the way in which this should never have been a problem for Rangers. The pass back from McPherson, it was driven against Daly by Maxwell. He couldn't recover. Daly hit the ball off the post. The supporting player was Brewster, and Dundee United are in front. Daly did well to keep that across the goal, and the first player to react was Brewster. Welsh comes to meet it. One of a number of heroes in United colours this afternoon. Swept wide for Cleland. McLaren is away from Murray. Fine play by the youngster on the flank. Support arriving in the middle. And Maxwell forced to turn that away from the top corner. Here's Stuart McCall. That's good play to the byline. Mikhailchenko! And saved by Van de Kamp. The save of the match so far, without question, denying Alexei Mikhailchenko. Here's Gordon Jury. That's good play. Space on the left now for Mikhailchenko. This is promising for Rangers. Well, his teammates aren't pleased with him. Robertson to Mikhailchenko. Now McCall. McCoy's losing his footing there. He tried to tame the ball, knowing Malpas was right behind him. Chance on here for Bowman. It's a great pass by Malpas. Maxwell fully committed. He had to be. The referee takes the linesman's indication that it is a goal kick. Yeah, that's Hateley's header. Here's McCall bursting forward. Checks out to use Mikhalichenko. McCall wants it again. Petric standing up, making certain there's no rash tackle, conceding a penalty. Van de Kamp flying out for that. Ferguson making room for himself. That's a careless pass though. Brewster was strong on the tackle. Powerful figure. Needs support. Loses his right boot. Clearly the heel was off there. He got rid of it so they could make the pass. Means he's out of the penalty box. Back here with Cleland. Now Hanna. Fine play by the youngster. Now McLaren. Taking on Murray. Looking for a good cross. Here's Brewster. Back to McInally. Shooting chance on here. Well, engineered the opening very well indeed, McInally. Person playing it long. And here's Mikhalichenko. Back to Hateley. Relief for Van de Kamp. The weaker side, the right, when he hit that, it certainly troubled the keeper. Ali McCoy's withdrawn. The Rangers supporters not too happy about that. And the replacement is Duncan Ferguson. There's a lot of work for Ferguson and McCall in the midfield area. McLaren losing out there to Murray. Picking his way through that ruck of players very neatly indeed. Neil Murray still has possession. Blocked by the legs of Van de Kamp. Scrambled away by Malpas. And here's McInally, still confident enough to sell a dummy inside his own box. And now the substitution will be made by Dundee United. Jaron Nixon coming on to replace Andy McLaren. There's McInally, and there's space over in the far side for Brewster. Nixon waits in the middle. This could tie it up for United. There's Brewster. And Ali Maxwell stood his ground there, got his angles right. He's not happy with his defence. And Brewster tried to finish it all by himself there. Van de Kamp under severe pressure, and Petric reacts. There's Jury, it's played away by Cleland. What a difficult task for a goalkeeper, coming out there to challenge Hateley and Duncan Ferguson and Mikhalichenko, all tall players. Header cross there by Ferguson, reaches Goff. That's Murray, tackled strongly by Hanna. Good advantage allowed by the referee. Here's Jury. Good far post cross, it's won by Welsh. Admirable play once again from the big central defender. Goff fires the ball forward. There's Mikhalichenko. Now Alec Cleland lofting it out towards Nixon. All eyes for the referee. Dundee United have won the Tennents Scottish Cup. The handshake from Walter Smith to Ivan Golac. Gordon Wallace congratulates him. It's a truly remarkable finish to the season. And the celebrations go on. Craig Brewster, the goal scorer, getting treatment there for cramp as these United supporters begin the celebrations. Maurice Malpas, after 4 losing finals, will now collect the cup. Brian Welsh rightly congratulated by Ivan Golac. He's broken the hoodoo in season number 1, and his side has put on a tremendous display, both in attack in the first half and in defence in the second, and they go now towards their own supporters.
A joyous moment for everyone connected with the club and all the sweeter for those who'd fallen at the final hurdle before.
Well, this ranks alongside the league championship season. I was just a young kid then and probably that naive, thought, oh, this is going to happen every other year. And it's a lot harder than that.
Me, Maurice and Jimmy, we've waited that long to actually get it. And it's my 4th attempt to win it. I can't believe some of it. I mean, there's 10 out of the 13. I mean, it was their first time, and they won it first time.
I knew something now was going to happen, for everybody, close to Dundee United, because the boys were very determined, and our cup campaign was absolutely terrific.
In his first season as manager, Ivan Golac had won the Scottish Cup. No one was prouder than chairman Jim McLean, but he was content to let others take centre stage.
The people that this club is about is the supporters and also the players, and there's no doubt at all that it's a magnificent achievement for the supporters and the players who have gone through quite a bit. It was magnificent when you think of how young the team was.
It's been a dream ending to the season. Well, it's been a great season, and to cap it all with the only goal in the cup final has been fantastic.
I took the whole day in, and the most nervous part of the day was actually going up to collect the cup. To be captain and go and pick the trophy up was a bit special for me.
The celebrations went on and on. When they were over, supporters would reflect on one of the happiest days of their lives, and one that would live forever in their memories. But bringing the cup back to Dundee was what everyone had long been waiting for. And on Sunday the streets were filled with thousands of supporters who wanted to pay tribute to the cup-winning squad.
I'll remember Sunday as much as Saturday probably. Never seen so many scarves in the city square. Seen so many smiling faces. And it's a delight that we've made them happy.
Fantastic. On the cup run. It was every yesterday. We wouldn't have that today. And the players want you. That's your cup. We're going to keep it.
The future at Tannadice looks bright. Rangers' stranglehold on domestic trophies has been broken and the Scottish Cup is finally locked away in the United Trophy Room. Tannadice is well on its way to becoming an all-seater stadium. The club is back in Europe where great things have been done before, and Ivan Golac is moulding a team including some of the best homebred young talent in the country, which looks capable of achieving great things. Throughout the club and among the supporters, there's a real sense of optimism that Dundee United are on the road to further success.